All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming out here another week through the grace and mercy of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the biblical Israelites, and it's time to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We're going to give all double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Want to say something, bro?
No, nothing. I was just gonna say nothing wrong with giving all praises to your
house. Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Let's say it in unison. We want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kakadash.
That's right.
Jeremiah 28:8. Cause we gonna get straight to the point, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's time for you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against countries and against great kingdoms of war and evil and pestilence.
Right, so the prophets right now is going to do the same thing as the prophets did in the days of old. And what did they do? Read it again. Isaiah 58:1. Go ahead, bro.
It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
So that's the same message that we have for you. That's the same message that we have here for America, Babylon the Great, which is the wicked, most wicked, vile place in the planet Earth. Right? Give me Jeremiah 51:7.
Isaiah 58:1.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got the right one.
That's you on 47. Go up. 9 more. Read yours.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right, we know Babylon is America. Go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Right, so let me rephrase that. Let me say it the correct way. You did have an ancient Babylon back then, but this is the modern Babylon. This is the daughter of Babylon, America, Babylon the Great. The great whore that sitteth upon many waters. The waters represent the other nations. And who is riding it? Right, who's above all these other nations? Who's that whore that these nations get in bed with, that they sleep with, that they make money with? America.
Right.
Right? It's America. Go ahead.
Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Jump back, Salakia.
Back to verse 7?
Yeah.
Come on. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Yeah.
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yeah, so the other nations, they drunk all the madness that came with America, Babylon the Great. The philosophies, the ideologies, everything that America pushes on the earth, the other nations suck up. They drink. They put that golden cup to them and drink. But now, see, now the nations are mad. Now the nations are talking about Habakkuk 2, about the thick debt, right? No, not that one. But you got the other nations rising up, or starting to say that now against the great whore, this big bully. But you got the other nations talking about what, man? They sick of this place. They sick of being ruled over by America, Babylon the Great. Right? The nations are sick of this. So what are the nations starting to do? They're starting to buck up. They're starting to rebel. You got nations of the EU, right? The people that are a part of this beast system, they are starting to leave. Okay? They are starting to leave outside of this system that they have formed together, this alliance, so to speak, right?
Quick question. So like the Brexit?
Yeah, like that, like the Brexit. Gotcha. Right, correct.
Okay, which one you want first?
Habakkuk 2.
Habakkuk 2, and we can start at
verse 3.
Verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yeah, so everything is at the time that the Lord wants it to happen. Every year, day, second, hour, minute. I ain't saying them in the correct order, but you get what I'm saying. Right? Everything is destined to how the Lord wants it to work at that specific time. Right? It's all on the Lord's time.
Prophecy on the Lord's schedule.
Right. Prophecy on the Lord's schedule. Go ahead.
But that at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right. So his soul that is lifted up is not, which is not upright in him. This is talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. This is who this is talking about. Now, when he's talking about the just shall live by faith, who is that talking about? The Israelites, but the elect of Israel, because all we got to hold on to is what? This word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and faith, and trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which goes back to faith.
Yep.
That's all we got.
Yep.
Nothing else. Because you trusting in this system, you're going to take the L. Right?
And the visions are speaking right now. You know, the primary vision we're speaking about right this moment is the one that said he saw the beast come up. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. That's what we're seeing happening right now. These draconian laws are coming out upon, in this place, this whore, America Babylon the Great. Whereas, see, what's his name? Biden, Sleepy Joe, he's following in the footsteps of his ancestor, in particular Antiochus Epiphanes. Because it said what? By peace he shall destroy many. In his hand he shall cause policy to prosper, right? And by peace shall destroy many. See, people was thinking that when Biden came in, he was going to bring peace. But right now, what he's doing, he's locking all this shit down. All right? And he's going to take away your peace and take away your rights.
More division being created. More rebellion being created. So it's a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful thing to see you sheeple, right? You sheeple that's in the head, that have this docile mindset, sort of to what? Now sort of to react of what did we just do? Right? Who did we put in office? That's what a lot of you people are saying in the back of your minds.
And even when it speaks about his soul is not upright within him, well, we're seeing that being revealed. We're seeing his rush coming through. All right? And now it's coming into time where they just have to live by faith. You see, because people are being pressurized that you either conform or you out. You getting cut out. You know, you either get the Hydra or you through. Which I don't know. They're probably gonna buzzword that eventually. Yeah. You either get the Greek mythology or you done. You know?
Right. And that's why you got to be in that mindset of what? Separating. You're going to have to eventually it's going to come down where you're going to have to make the decision to what? To separate. And this is what E is putting. That's why he's putting a pressure on the people. Right?
Yeah, hey, let me add in too. Hey, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he prayed for the elect, right?
Yep.
He said he asked the Most High that he would sanctify them through his truth, man. So if the Lord has his elect sanctified through this truth, they're automatically gonna separate, man. Because their ways is already of another fashion, man. You know, it's already according to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is against this world.
Right. Well, if you're the elect, then the scriptures say you were predestined to be conformed to the image of his son from the foundation of the earth.
Yeah, you're not going to conform to the image of the beast.
Right.
We know that.
Exactly.
What you got?
Sirach 12.
Yeah, hit it. Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes or Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his wrath have not been altogether wiped away.
And I got a slight story I want to go into, not to detract, but you on every level, you're not supposed to trust this devil. You know, I went to AutoZone earlier to get an oil change, and different oil viscosities are affected by the temperature. You know what I'm saying? If you have certain oil during the summer, then your car run better, and certain oil during the winter, especially if your car take 2 oils. So I'm asking the question, which one's better for winter? So this devil speak up. He said, yeah, you get the heavier one, get this one. Something wasn't right. I'm like, let me Google this shit. Let me not just trust this nigga, buy this, and put it in my car. I look at it, it's a complete opposite. You ain't never supposed to trust your enemy, because this nigga just lie to you on every aspect. What benefit is for you? I'm gonna help this nigga fuck his car up, you know, make his shit work harder. This devil, if though he crouch himself, at every aspect, he's looking how to throw you in the ditch, you know, and how to fuck you over. Want me to continue Habakkuk?
Yes, sir.
Habakkuk 2 and 5 says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Right, so now he neither keepeth at home. So he has all these problems in the land of his own, but here it is, he's going to other countries, getting all into the things that they have going on. That's another thing that pisses off the other nations, because he go over to these countries where they have their whole system set up already, right? Then he crushes their leader, he takes their resources, then the people end up screwed, right? They end up worse than they were before. right? But see, he paints this image to the media of, look what this nation is going through. They have a dictator. They're being ruled over by an evil leader. Look at their people. Their people are suffering. Look, the other one is, look at the woman. The woman can't do this. The woman can't do that. Well, then here it is in America, Babylon the Great. You're allowing all this liberty to these women. This place is running rapid of madness.
Yeah.
Complete lawlessness in these streets, man. Not just the women, the men, to everything, because there is what? No standard. And who are going to uplift this standard? The men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets. See, this is the standard, right? The Holy Bible. And you going to get with it or you going to get lost.
Yep. And you can see, like the scriptures say, we see all this stuff coming to pass. The Most High mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Babylon, so that they have erred in every work, like a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right, so so they didn't go and they forcefully push these things on the other nations. As the scriptures also tell us that, woe unto them who giveth his neighbor drink, so they may look upon his nakedness. You got
The book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 14, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Right, so here it is. He's coming with all this wine, that we just read. He transgressed by his wine, his philosophies. He's been drunk and he's vomiting all over the place. Then he's going and passing it on here. You want some of this too? Getting vomit on motherfuckers and shit, just passing the cup around. Why? So he can destroy them. Yep. That's how they drunk. A lot of them, that's how they drunk of that cup that made them mad. Therefore the nations are mad, because he'll force it on you.
Yeah. Scripture says, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink.
Yep.
Right? But I'll finish on. It says, verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and they shall be afraid and fear, because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Right? So we know that this place is falling.
Yeah. Okay,
the economy is about to collapse. But eventually we're about to see what? No work for Egypt. There's going to be no more work left. It talks about the doors shall be shut in the city, roughly in the streets, roughly paraphrasing. So the doors is going to be shut. There ain't about to be no jobs no more. Why? Because they're setting up a digital AI system to take physical laboring out. That's what they're setting up for. Okay? So they're not going to need strong Tyrone, right? Or Jose. They're not going to need that anymore, because what? They're going to have an AI digital machine that can work non-stop. Doesn't get tired. It doesn't have to get paid. They're not, so they're not going to need the physical labor, in that aspect of a workforce. This is what's coming, right? Now we don't know how he might set it up to where he might use different individuals in his concentration camps, or how. We don't know that yet. We don't know how that's going to work. But what we do know is he has a digital system coming about, and it's moving fast.
Right. Well, you got it's a key word in there. It said the grinding shall be low in Ecclesiastes, right?
Yeah.
Didn't say it ain't gonna be no grinding, but it said the grinding's gonna be low. Because why? Because all you need is somebody to maintain the machine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga to maintain the machine, maybe a few here and there, people, operators, to make sure shit ain't falling off the track.
Yeah.
But they got bricklaying machines. They got all that already.
Yeah.
They 3D printing houses out of concrete.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got all this shit set up.
Robotic machines that can flip burgers.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
They
setting up.
The physical labor force is about to be wiped out. Right?
Gone.
You guys a precept?
Yeah, this was a precept for something we was going into earlier.
Hit it.
Right? This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yeah, because he speaks with peace. He speaks with guile. But in so doing that, he destroys many, because they believe the deception that comes out of his mouth, because it's so smooth. They believe it, right? It's soothing to them.
He packages it in a pretty package of it can help you, it's beneficial for the earth, it's beneficial for you. Meanwhile, there's an ulterior motive.
Oh, right.
What's it like? Let me start up here, right here. It says, he hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. So this devil, they make all types of agreements with these other nations, man. Right? but then they really infiltrate these nations and mess up their whole infrastructure, man. They take the order away that they had within their countries, man. You know, so they might come with the democracy. It may sound all smooth and peaceful, or they might come with the nuclear treaties of denuclearizing your country. Yet America still got nuclear missiles, just in case you step out of line, they can nuke you.
Yeah.
Right?
Even look at the history of how they did the Southern Kingdom here in America, Babylon the Great. They promised them reparations. They told them that they was free, basically. But then they set up a system to put them right back in captivity. You know what I'm saying? They redline all these different things.
Yeah.
Jake wasn't rebelling. Jake was peacefully trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let us back and we free now? Okay, well, let's let us make our money and live.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Then what? We was at peace with him, but then what? Put his hand against us.
Yeah.
Like Black Wall Street.
Yeah, redlining.
Yeah.
The projects.
Yeah.
The 13th Amendment.
Yeah.
You know, those are all set up to keep Jake down, because that's who filled the prison houses. There's another one. I'm gonna do an article on. They said in the 1970s how, you know, how schools used to have used to teach jobs with skills, right?
Yeah.
Job with skills. So trades, right? Carpentry, automobiles,
Yeah.
bricklaying, all these different things to pay the bills. And they said that was heavy during around the time of the 70s, but that's when they started to take it out in the 70s, you know, before the 70s, but then when it hit the 70s, they took it out. And then where the dominance of that happened and get choked out at? Jake.
Right.
Jake, they said back then, they said our grandfathers and them they wasn't going to college. But they had the skills.
Yeah.
But then they took that out. Like one more, the warehouse plants. I might be saying it wrong.
Yeah. Like
the plants.
Yeah, warehouses and plants and steel mills and stuff like
they
that.
They shut all that down.
Yeah.
Where? In the inner city where Jake was at.
A good example of that is Detroit.
Yeah,
right.
Detroit. Yep.
Yeah. And you can even today, skills give you the ability to be your own boss.
Yep.
And that was the thing about it. People were able to not be a part of the system as heavy because they had the skills where they can go and be a contractor.
Yep.
Well, look, I know how to do this. Look, here goes an example of something I built. Okay, I want you to build my house. All that money was in their pocket. So it was like, we can't be equipping these niggas to not be our slave.
Exactly. So all the skills that you just mentioned, the trades, man, those are things you need to build a city.
Yep.
So they don't want us to break off from them from having all these different skills, man. Like you said, masonry, you know how to stack bricks, you know how to carpentry, you know how to build a house.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can go buy some land somewhere and build your own shit.
So just to sum it up, so when you deal with Black Wall Street, we had everything. We had our own, even though the church was off, but we had our own bus lines, our own media, our own everything, our whole system where we was doing our own thing. And it was like, you know what? No. This ain't gonna happen. But, right? But to add it on, through prophecy is what really made it take place too of no. This ain't the setup for y'all.
Yeah.
You here to be afflicted. You here to be punished for your disobedience. So no, you're not gonna flourish. Somebody know the scripture I always get when I say this? You know? No, you're not gonna flourish in this land because you're here for captivity, you're here for a punishment for rebelling against me. I can't think of the scripture I always get out when I say this. Not that one, but that's a good one. Go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 8, verse 28. It says, and Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice unto the Lord your power in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Right? So they want to debilitate us. They want to keep us from separating. Because every time we separate, what they do? They come and fuck everything up.
Well,
That's where Salakia. That's also where what? Integration of the school system came in. So they joined together. They can still put a foot up our ass. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, because Jake is the backbone of societies. You know, Jake is the doing the grunt work out there. Pull up on the restaurant. Majority of them is Jake. You know what I'm saying? So in these little menial ass jobs, you know what I'm saying? Them be Jake. So if we get rid of Jake, who's gonna maintain our buildings? Who's gonna do our floors? Who's gonna cut our grass? You know, if it ain't Issachar, it's some other Jake. You know what I'm saying? That's doing it.
Who's gonna build our houses?
Yeah, we ain't trying to do that shit.
Right, because Jake could come fresh out of jail and hop on the construction scene.
through.
be making $100,000 a year.
Yep.
You know,
you ain't
because he
gotta
has
be
the
real
skills.
smart. Yeah, you can just carry some shit and drop it off. And that's it.
Read this and get you already got many. Deuteronomy 28. I want to get Deuteronomy 28 too, because we it's always going to go back to prophecy. Go ahead.
Con, this is Psalms 127 and verse 1. And it reads, except the Lord build the house,
Yeah.
they labor in vain that build it.
Yep.
Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman watcheth but in vain.
Yeah, Khan. So except Yahweh Shem Yahushua established this place and built this place, whatever it is, whatever thing you have going on. If the Lord ain't built it, it's not gonna stand. Okay? Because Most High haven't ordained it. You know, no matter what it be. You know, a relationship, whatever. If the Lord ain't ordained it, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fail.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yep. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 28 verse, I think it's around like 50. You got to go to him for the one of all things.
Oh,
Because
okay,
through
okay.
prophecy, it was all set up to fall this exact way to what? To fulfill prophecy of us going to our enemies for the want of all things. Right? You good, brother?
The sage ain't hurt nobody. About to give you incense soon, unless you got some.
Oh yeah, I got some.
Well, I bring this out so much, we should know where it is at the top of our head. It's at 50. I mean, start at 48.
48. Okay, there we go.
47.
47.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power
Right?
with joyfulness
Mhm.
and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou the abundance of all things, man. Right? It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies which the Lord shall send against thee
Yep.
in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck and until thou be until he hath destroyed thee.
Right. So the point is, we got to go to the enemies for the want of all things. So when you look at everything that has been fractured, everything that has been taken from us, even how we build at different cities, there's Rosewood, and there's other many places we can mention, but it all had to fall because due to prophecy, we had to be going to this devil for the want of all things, of him still being the head and us still being the tail till Yahushua return. That's how it's supposed to be, right? Now you can mention that well, there's this actress and this entertainer here and ball player there. Well, guess what? They're not free neither, because if they speak out wrong, they're out of there, right? They act out, they're out of there. You see? So they gotta stay in line. And if they don't comply with this devil want them to comply with, oh, well, the mandates. What happens? Then they're out. Just like they told Kyrie Irving, oh, you don't get down, you out of there. You see? So they're not free, they're just slaves entertaining with money. That's it.
That's it. Even Jay-Z, you know, one of the most paid rappers out there, top of the indoctrinating totem pole. Even he made that song. What was that song? I forget what the name of it
OJ?
was. OJ. You still nigga. You still a nigga. No matter how much money you get, still nigga. Black nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, still nigga. All right. You gonna hit that ceiling. You gonna hit that invisible barrier. Go ahead.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. And who was that light that we follow and that we walk after? Yahushua. Verse 3, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. And what is profitable unto us? This word. This word is profitable unto us. But see, like you had Mr. I don't know, what was he trying to do? He was trying to give our book to the heathen. Talking about, oh, well, what about this woman over here? You telling me she can't be saved? Or what about this individual? You telling me they can't be saved? Well, the answer, if they're not Israelite, no. No. Right?
Trimmest thou thy way to seek love.
Yeah.
And what did it say after that? Therefore hast thou taught the wicked thy ways, you know, or the heathen. It's like it.
Verse 4. O Israel, happy are we for the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known to us. Somebody give me Psalms 147.
I got
I
you.
was already going.
You was already going?
Get it real quick.
And is that not profitable for a nation to know the ways to please Yahweh?
Amos 3.
Amos
Amos 3 and 1.
Is that not a ticket to life? You see? To know the ways of Yahweh Shai and how to please him?
Right.
Well, from the issues of the Most High, the issues of life and death come from the Most High. So if you know how to please him, that's why he said, happy are we. Because we know how to please him.
Somebody give Deuteronomy chapter 4. Go
We
ahead,
got a
you get
chance,
yours.
you know?
Amos 3 and Deuteronomy 4 and 5.
Gotcha.
Chapter 4, verse 5.
This is Psalms 147 and verse 19. And it reads, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
As for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. Why is he praising the Lord for only showing that to Israel? Well, because we're his people, and that's a great blessing. You know? Why would we go and give that which is profitable unto us to these strange heathens that ain't really under they ain't make no covenant with the Most High by blood.
That's right.
By sacrifice. We did. We the one that had to get our asses whooped for fucking up. Not them.
And
So now we done suffered the ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? We getting corrected for that reward, and we want to go. Well, we know you ain't have to suffer for it, but let's just go ahead and put it on the platter for you. You know, here you go. Hell no, we had to fight for this.
Here go your portion.
Yeah, here go your portion of my fight. You weren't in the gym shooting with me. You don't get none of this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, I got precept back you up. This is our Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right, so the Most High only knew the nation of Israel. Okay, so we the ones getting punished. He just could go out right now and eat an alligator duck bill sandwich and be cool, healthy, peak of health. Oh, all your shit checks out. Let a Jake eat a pork chop sandwich, nigga. You got gout, rheumatoid arthritis. You got all type of shit, cancer. You got all these legs swole up. Can't walk. Okay, why? Because the Most High is punishing you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans for your transgressions.
That's right. And this is what we need. But on top of that, this is what we need forgiveness for, of us messing up to our power. You know, going aside of the things of what he told us to do that was what? Pleasing unto him. Right? You got that Deuteronomy 5? I mean
4 or 5?
Yeah.
Gone. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, and I'll start at verse 5. Verse 4. And it reads, But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Verse 6, Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
That's what the nations are going to say. This is a wise and understanding people. They have a standard, right? They have a way that profits. They have a way that leads to life, right? Life, perfection, so to speak, because the ways of the Lord is perfect. So if we follow that way, things will be perfect. But, you know, the story goes how the Lord said it would go. See? So now we see the earth in a state of what? Can you get Proverbs 29 and 2? Bubba Kashaw? Because now we see the earth in what? The state of decay. The state of misery. The state of confusion. The state of death. A perverse spirit, like you said, that's mingled. Right? Not even just in Egypt. The whole earth. Animals out of whack. People out of whack. You know? Seasons out of whack. What it says, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. 29 and 2.
Yeah, it's covered in gross dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 29, verse 2.
Yep.
All right. When the righteous are in authority, Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And see, this is the state of the earth. This is the state of the people, because the wicked are in authority, right? Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who is it? Because this nigga ruling. This nigga, see, you people can play as all silly, like if you want to. When we ask you, who rules the earth? Well, you know what should show you? The people whose face is on the currency. That shows you who is ruling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See?
And even more deeper, the people who claim or depict themselves to be the Most High, right? And the angels and His people and the Lord, man.
Right. Yep. So back to yours. Yeah, back to yours as we jump off.
Just to go back
Deuteronomy
into
4.
the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua being perfect, you know, it's being shown even scientifically as they go and do these deep researches. Like the brother came out with that video clip of the vibrational quality of different fabrics and stuff, you know, to the point where you really can't argue against the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua being perfect. Everything has a vibration.
Yep.
They have a thing called vibrational healing where you use sound. Your food has vibration. Okay, and so imagine if the fabric that's used for priestly duties, which is flax, which is linen, it's called linen. If that vibrates at such a high resonance, how low is the frequency of the things the Lord said don't eat? What's the frequency of pork? It's got to be something bad.
On bad to consume.
Exactly.
Bad to consume.
Yeah.
On top of defiling it even more.
Yep.
You see?
Through.
This entire world is a low vibration, man.
That's right.
From the food to the clothing,
The
right?
technology.
To the technology, the music. It's all a low vibration, man.
Through.
You know?
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Go ahead, bro. Right. So the earth is languishing, man. Right? The earth is in a state of disarray, okay, decay. Like it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, when Uriel is speaking to Ezra about how the earth is basically how does it go? Basically, the earth is bringing forth men that are of a smaller stature,
I know what you're
right?
talking about.
Because she's basically waxing old in her age.
Don't
You
it
know?
say the foundations of the earth are out of course?
Yep.
You know, so things are not in their correct order right now.
Right.
You know, he's messing everything up, drying out the lubrication inside the earth, fracking and taking all the oil and shit's colliding and rubbing and shit.
Right.
Damn.
Meanwhile, there's an eternal energy source in the heavens, man.
Oh, come on. Yeah, he's doing all this because he don't want you to have perpetual energy.
Right.
Man, we could be powering stuff off of water right now.
Yeah,
we
he
ain't got to use oil and gasoline.
Yeah.
You could just take the water and then when it burns, it goes back to water again.
And that goes back to the scripture, going to your enemy for the one of all things.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
The devil does what the devil is.
Well, you say the devil is as the devil does. Stupid is as stupid does.
Right. So, hey, the Lord has to refresh the earth, man.
Right.
He has to make her like she was young again, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because when the earth was first created, everything was bringing forth her fullness, man. You know?
Can't wait.
Right? And that's
big old things of grapes.
Yep. Taking two strong men to carry a cluster
Sitting
of
there
grapes, man.
trying to goddamn with one grape,
Basketball.
doing the crossover and shit. Whoosh. Whole
Right.
vat of wine off of one grape.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. It's a lot of grape juice.
I'll try to find out when I finish this. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Right. So Hey, because the law, statute, commandments are not upheld in the earth, that's why the earth is in the state that it's in. Right now, we know that the wicked are in rule, man. Right? The scripture says, "Show favor unto the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness."
That's right.
So even though this devil has the playbook, okay, he has the what is it? The instructions, okay, to rule over the planet, but he doesn't use them. Right? Not to mention also Genesis the 4th chapter, right, where the earth is not yielding forth her fullness unto him.
I was gonna say that. It said, "Therefore have the curse devoured the earth."
Right here.
Go ahead.
Because I wanted to go into the curse
That's
of
the spirit.
who is that people.
That's the descendants of Cain, right?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 34 verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
So not only is there a curse of the earth not bringing forth its fullness, but they've been cursed to judgment. You know, against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord had been sacrificed on Basra in a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right. The modern day Basra is America, right? So we're basically we're inside of a giant altar, man. Okay, which the Lord is gonna set on fire. He says the fat of rams, which are lambs. You 2/3 here, right? And of goats, man, which is this devil, man. You know,
which all go to sacrificial animals.
Yep.
Okay. You know,
shit, man. We covered over by charcoal briquettes and shit, stacks of wood. We trying to climb out this motherfucker and get beamed up before this place get burned the hell up.
Right.
We see this shit coming. The flame's just right there. We like, nigga, we don't get off this thing. This flame, this altar, that's gonna be our ass too. You know?
I think the scripture says when a wise man or a prudent man see an evil, he hideth himself.
Yeah. And what do we hide ourselves under? You know.
It's true.
Yep, in the secret place of the Almighty.
Yeah. Psalms 91. Psalms 91. Back in Isaiah chapter 24, verse 7, it says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh." So when you're married, you know, you're in a state of joy. You know, so when you're supposed to drink yan, you know, you're supposed to drink, you know, be merry, be relaxed, cool. You know, you might drink a little bit more than you should. Nigga wake up with a headache, hangover, 2 glasses of wine. You're like, damn, only had 2 glasses, Lord. Like what? But they with them doing the whole wine process, they messed everything up. You know, it ain't like you get the freshest wine, and you gotta spend like thousands of dollars really to get the top notch. You know what I'm saying? But they do all these different mixtures with the wine.
Additives.
You know, additives like, so you don't, you know.
They falsify, they doctoring it up.
They doctor it up.
Yeah.
You know?
And a lot of them you can taste the chlorine in it. Depending on what type of wine you get. A lot of box wine got chlorine.
Yeah, so you're drinking a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
That's giving you that headache.
Artificial flavors.
Yeah.
But the scripture do say wine is a mocker.
Yeah, wine can be a mocker. You drink too much of that
Yeah,
shit.
it'll fuck you.
Yeah.
Regular alcohol can fuck you up too. So don't get it twisted.
Yeah, you strong drink. Yeah.
Be through. Go ahead.
Verse 8 says, the mirth and the tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp cease. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And see, this is what's coming, right? Now, right now in the liquor stores, you have a 2-bottle limit. A 2-bottle limit, and eventually it's gonna come to what? 1 bottle to no bottle. All these festivities that's being made of different people performing, all this shit about to end, right? These songs of people, because when you go to tabrets and tabrets, these are instruments, okay? When you see people having fun, people partying, all this is all about to be out, okay? So that's why, you know, what should be on people's spirit is what? To gird up your loins. Have a mind of separation. Have a mind of survival. Have a mind. Well, first and foremost, your mind should be set on Yahweh Shem Yahshua. That's first and foremost. Okay? And then the things to follow after. But you want to get your mind up out of this system. the mind out of comfortability, the mind of convenience. He is going to get a lot of people by what? Things that are convenient for them. Micah 2:10.
Yeah, kind of, like the bro was going into. You got something for that?
Yeah, I just got to finish a little bit more. Verse 10, it says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no may come in. It's like that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation. And the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people. There shall be as a shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
Hey, he says the house is gonna be shut up. It's gonna be like a zombie apocalypse movie. You know how to be boarding up the houses from the inside? They might hide in a bar or something and board up the windows so can't nobody get in and shit. It's gonna be like that, man. Why? Because it's gonna be great trouble. For their pride, the city shall be troubled.
That's right.
Men is gonna be having no pity upon their neighbor, but spoiling them for the lack of bread. The vintage is, is gonna fail. All right, and so it's gonna be like shit. We gotta board up and hoard the supplies that we got, and hold on to that. We got women and children to protect. It's about to be crazy out.
Crazy. Not even a word. That's not even a word.
It's not. Yeah, it's unexplainable.
Unexplainable.
It's about to be horrific. It said that men are gonna be as women.
Yeah.
Why didn't see how every man holding they bowels as a woman in travail? Through Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword destruction.
See, so this is what we're trying to get your mind out of comfortability. We're trying to get your mind out of what? Continuance of a city that is broken. Right? A place that will not be, Babylon will not be healed. So we're trying to get you out of this mindset of things are not about to continue and not about to be as they once were. See, a lot of people think that just let it blow over, the new year's about to come, and everything's gonna go back being fine. No, you are absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Okay, there's 22 billion goods on the seashores. 22 billion. But you got Jake still talking about holidays and shit. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I'm doing all this working because I'm stocking up for the holidays. What Jake say? So you put a Christmas tree in your house? He said, what did he say? You put a Christmas tree up? He said, no. Why? He was amazed. He was shocked like, what? No. And then, it went further on, but I got that in the lesson that's coming out on a separate channel. But Jake has no idea. Their mind is still stuck in comfortability. And they don't know is we're heading for a dark winter. Because right now, cold as fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, the whole and Salaki. But when you just ride around, bro, you can see that mirth spirit is gone, bro. Like, as far as everybody putting a lot of stuff out on they decorating everything, bro. There's not a lot of people that's doing.
They don't have it,
bro. Yeah,
but
bro.
You got some.
You got some. Eat it. A lot of Edom. A lot of Edom. A lot of Edom.
Yeah.
A lot of Edom.
I know what you're saying.
But it used to be on a higher vibration. Yeah.
Well, we seen years of that decrease within years. With years with us being in the ministry, we seen it, and I seen it decrease.
Yeah.
All far as putting stuff out in the yards and getting what's the word? Is it called?
Decoration.
No, it's a fancy word, but I don't know. But when people have it, they go all out.
Yeah.
You don't really see that as much.
Having that festive spirit.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say, you got a lot of people talking about it's gonna go back to normal, but a lot of technical tests determined that was a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit's not going back to normal. All right. People actually think shit's gonna go back the way it was. It's not happening.
It's gonna get worse because they're pumping more money into the system. Right? Talk about more stimulus. You're talking about just more food stamps and things like that. But all that's doing is destroying the dollar even more. That's already destroyed. That's all it's doing. You see? The brother did a lesson earlier. You mentioned something of you're paying more, right? But you're getting less. So you have the inflation and you have shrinkflation.
Yeah.
So you're paying more for less of the item.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, you seen the video? Yeah,
This is what you're doing. And we seen it before. We'll mention it. When we was about maybe, let's say, high school, so I was about 15, maybe 15 roughly. Used to go to high school, used to be able to go to the store with $1, get a pack of fruities, 2 bags of chips and a Huggy, or a donut snack, whatever your case may be.
Yeah, no,
25 cents each.
Yep.
Nigga, now, what is a bag of chips? 75?
Yeah.
For a quarter bag?
Joint. Yeah, I think they were 2 for $1 a while ago, but it might be higher now.
But it's higher now.
It's higher.
You seen shit like 69?
It might
69
be
cents? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's either 2 for $1 or 79 cents each or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
If you don't get the deal, nigga, you pay like 79 cents for them shits.
Yeah.
You know,
for the same amount that
Same
we paid,
or less.
or less that we paid a couple years back. You know what I'm saying? So now when we hear the people older than us talk about penny candy and we used to get bulges of candy for
the
a
penny
nickel,
candies,
and you be looking at them like, for real,
They used to get a loaf of bread for 10 cents.
bro? Now, nigga,
Right.
When I was old enough to cut grass, we used to go get a whole big old gallon of gas for like $1. You know what I'm saying? One of them red joints, you used to damn near fill it up for like $1. You know what I mean? $1.50, and then go fill up your gas tank. You had extra gas left over.
No.
Gas almost $4 a pound now.
over with, it's over with.
You know?
Right.
I mean, not pound, but gallon.
Right.
But just showing you these things cannot. It's never going to go back to normal. Never. It's over with.
Go ahead, bro. Good. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14. For here Salaki, for here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
Read it again.
Right? Hebrews 13 and 14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
And that's what we're saying. We have no continuing city. This place is broken down, right? We see it broken down. We see the state of the decay. We see the state of the fall. But then we also go back to what? The vision that was made plain upon the tables, right? The vision that was made plain upon the tables. Prophecy. Prophecy states that this will happen. Prophecy states that that would happen. Okay? But it goes right over a lot of you people's heads. And we can stand here in confidence and tell you, yeah, your beloved America is crumbling before your eyes. We can stand here and tell you that. Okay?
Back to Habakkuk.
Uh,
You were talking about the prophecies and everything crumbling.
Yeah. Oh, let me get this real fast because I wanted to make a point. We kind of, it was the spirit, we veered off a little bit, but Baruch chapter 4, verse 4 again, it says, O Israel, happy are we for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known to us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto your enemies. For ye have provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nourished you. Okay? So this has befallen us because what? Because we forgot our Maker. You see? So he says, look, I'm going to deliver you to your enemies. I'm going to take you from your homeland that was pleasant unto you, the land that flowed with milk and honey, that nourished you. I'm going to take you from that. You see? I'm going to take you out of what? Your comfortability, your home, your peace. When a man goes home, that place where he goes lays his head should be his peace. But unfortunately, we're in America Babylon the Great, so
Saint Unrest on many levels.
need I say more, brothers?
right.
Man's foes should be them of their household.
Right. The scripture says what? A woman is supposed to be a pillar of rest to her man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You try to
Good luck with that, buddy.
you might try to have a long day at work, you stressed out, you trying to come home and just cuddle with your wife. Nigga, get the fuck off me.
Nigga, but why do I have to cook anything if I
Right.
just work this laborious job?
Right.
Sweating like this from the sweat of thy brow. Adam, you see, sweat of thy brow and all this shit we going through, Adam? I gotta talk to you, man. You know, just joking, yo.
Right, he already came back and died. It ain't his fault no more. But, hey, and just to give balance too, like in certain things, communication is a big thing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We in the know, and dwelling with wisdom, there's communication that can be had, especially if you got one trying to work with you. There's books. I'm myself learning more about it. You know, there's something called love languages and things like that where people communicate and they have things that are important. It goes into a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it ain't gonna never be perfect.
Hell no.
Because what? We all in this corruptible flesh.
Yeah, we experiencing, you know, we're getting dished out what we gave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, we gave the, I don't want to say, I ain't gonna say it like that, but you know, we was bucking up,
Yeah.
you know, against the Lord. So, you know,
we getting some get back
yeah,
through our women.
for sure.
We was his glory, and now our glory is giving us trouble.
Right,
You know?
right.
But for those that are in the know, in the truth, y'all gotta try, gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? If you a woman that hears the truth, gotta do better.
So, and you women that's holding it down, hey, hold it down, Aqua.
Yeah.
What you got?
Con,
What you got something?
Habakkuk,
I still got Luke
going
17.
back in there.
Yeah, okay, so jump back to that.
Okay, Habakkuk. So like the bro was saying, according to prophecy, this place is gonna crumble. Habakkuk 2, and let's go start back at 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah, he's never satisfied. Not satisfied as man, right? Here it is. He takes all the resources from all the other nations, right? He has an abundance of everything: gold, silver, oil, petroleum. And see, many different things, different spices, different metals, different precious stones. He has all these different things that he can. James 5. James chapter 5. Or you got something? You did James chapter 5. Because he has more than his heart can wish for. Right? Go ahead, brother.
You brought back a point I remember earlier about the nations. You said you were sold unto the nations because you angered the Most High.
Yeah.
Okay, well, who has taken the biggest, the longest advantage of Jacob? Esau. He was never desired. We done built up kingdom after kingdom for this nigga. Still building up, you know?
Yeah.
His desire is never ending. You know, and then just to bring it back to a quick point, you think all these nations have had benefit of having Jake in their society of putting us at the bottom. But we ain't got our get back yet. The Most High is just and fair. They got to build up our kingdom. They got next for building. And we got next for sitting back and relaxing.
Sure.
Just to make that point.
Feet on your back.
Oh, yeah.
And
All the way.
the Most High is gonna be fair unto them nations too. Once you done getting your ass whooped and building our stuff up, you go back to your land.
Especially the funk ass land.
You go back to your inheritance.
Within
Because you better come up and pray. You better come up and praise the Lord when it's time.
About to say.
But you ain't getting the.
Y'all better not be over there eating
about
no
to-
pork.
Yeah.
None of that shit.
I see.
You gonna
That's
get
what
your
I say.
whole nation gonna get plagued.
Within
man.
the right order, under the guidance of the Israelites, which we will be establishing on the planet Earth, right? The government of the order of what to do and what not to do. Okay.
Yep. Y'all gonna start getting the whooping stick for going off. It's gonna be y'all turn. You know? Habakkuk 5 and 6. Shall not all these take up a... Y'all got something?
James 5.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, James 5. Yeah. James 5.
This is James 5. You want to start at verse 4?
No. Hell no. 1.
This is James 5 and 1. And it reads, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
Hey, woe to the bloody city, right? It is full of lies and robbery. Right? Because how America, Babylon the Great was established. Nobody wants to talk about the establishment, how this place was built to be significant as it is today. Well, yeah, it was from the back and the bloods of the Israelites, not just Judah, because it started with the Northern Kingdom. It started with them first, getting plundered, getting terrorized. You know what? Let's go get the other Israelites.
Some of the nations that first got enslaved was when they came over here and took them back to Spain.
And then Jake and the Israelites in Spain came right over here. So that's another thing, bro. They did not come from Africa, the shores of West Africa first. No, they came from Spain. Judah and them came, because there's majority of Judah over there. They came from over there first. A lot of y'all don't know that history though.
I didn't know that part either. I thought Cristobal Colon came over here with a Northern Kingdom had traveled and then took them back to Spain.
Well, I'm talking about Judah. The
Oh,
ones
okay.
came from Spain first before West Africa.
Old contact.
Yeah.
But we was all over them lands.
Yeah, all
We was
over.
all
Yeah,
up
for
through
sure,
them
for sure,
lands.
for sure.
So, yeah,
for
it
sure.
makes sense.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, James 5:3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist
Hey,
you.
we don't resist. You know? Look how he do. Talking about wearing out the saints? Oh yeah. He done that. For sure.
Yeah, you even think about where it said you have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Whenever it was slaughter time, a big feast was had because you didn't really have storage methods back then. So you would pretty much eat your fill. You would kill the beast, just eat your fill. Well, this nigga's always like a slaughter time. He's always slaughtering the saints. Even today, the cry of the laborer is going down into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth because what? Jake work these jobs, bust their ass, ain't really getting paid. They understaffed. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give no pay raise. You know what a lot of people is pissed off about? The minimum wage just went up, but people that was already close to minimum wage, they shit ain't go up.
Don't move. It don't move.
It don't move.
But here go to check this out though. A lot of people know because see when people say that's like, oh yeah, we get paid more. Okay, we do. But check how he tricks the system.
Yeah.
Everything else skyrockets.
Everything goes
Like
up.
everything you pay out equals the same or less than what you make.
Yeah. So
That's what he does.
proportionally, you're in the same situation,
So
man.
you're
And that's why people who was already making close to the new standard of the minimum wage is pissed because they also getting taxed as well.
yeah,
So now they making about as much as the people, you know what I mean? So yeah, they pissed.
Cause somebody, I'll get it. Cause that's wicked, bro. Somebody
Yeah,
get
true.
Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decree. That's wicked, bro. Taxes, bro.
Oh yeah, that's unlawful.
Bro, I got another one too.
Taxation
Yeah.
before representation, I think that's what they call it. Unlawful taxation.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Right, so, hey, these different decrees that he has set up, it's all made to keep our people in the hole, man. To keep them in a pit, man. Right? That's why you hear Jake always talking about, so you got low battery, bro.
Okay. I should be drinking
Push
fast.
low power mode. Yeah, dude.
Yep, that's why you got Jake always talking about, yeah, man, but the system, when you look up the word system, it goes back into what? A pit. Okay? So the system that this devil has set up for us, right, is continually, it continually keeps us down, okay? Spiritually, physically, financially, you know, as a whole, you know? And even the Jakes that have, you know, abundance of money in the society, they still can only go but so far.
They wore out too.
They worn out too, man. So all these decrees are to keep our people in a lower state, man.
Perpetual state of slavery.
Kind.
You can never have enough, you know?
No, I keep trying to flip through it. I keep missing it. Looking
Now,
for that
there's
Haggai.
there's a scripture that talks about the destruction. It says that
Haggai 1:6.
it said the cover basically is not long enough that it shall cover you. The bed is not long enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's talking about the destruction where you ain't gonna have no cover from it, but it's the same thing with this the money you make in this society.
Say Haggai 1:6. That's what you getting?
It ain't never enough to cover everything, you
Now,
know?
check this out, right? I just looked up my phone. And the news break popped up. And guess what it says? It says, surprise stimulus check. Millions of American families, individuals are about to receive another payment You are lucky if you live in these states. All right, let's see. It says, I don't know if I want to go more into that. But regardless, they said they had some talks in the works about a new stimulus coming next month. So they send it, you know, cool. We can use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we gonna use your shit, E.
Oh yeah, straight.
And you know, get some things.
Yeah,
But
get some things.
get some things. But you know.
Hey, but what they saying about the shortages, might not be able to get too much.
For sure. For
All the
sure.
money had nothing to spend it on. Hey, y'all ain't got none? None. Oh, shit.
Can't order it either.
Yeah.
Bro,
you gonna have to ball.
shit is going on back order at a rapid rate.
You're gonna have to ball. If they send a stimulus, you're gonna have to ball out that day.
Oh, bro. Boy, it's easy to spend $1,000 in this
They
society.
gonna be in the club and bought a Dom Perignon.
One bottle, shit.
Yeah, one. Ace of spades. You might get a half bottle of that shit.
shit,
A couple
bro.
shots.
Walmart, Tupperware.
For real, man. Go ahead.
Mine! It's the last pack of draws! I need these.
Come on,
Well, give me two of them,
You
goddammit.
need those.
The scriptures say that the prophets are gonna be what? They're gonna have joy of heart in these times, man.
Oh, boy.
So we're laboring to have that protection from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And when everybody start going crazy, hey man, we want to be able to just stay out the way and enjoy ourselves.
Look at them niggas. Look at them
You know,
niggas.
to a degree.
I mean, you know, instead they're gonna mourn and weep, and we're gonna laugh for joy of heart.
Yeah.
You know, so Lord, his servant shall eat. You know,
Yep. It's yours, bro.
and destruction and calamity shalt thou laugh. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah.
This is Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6. And it reads, Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Yeah, so it's like you do all this laborer's work, but it's like for nothing. You know, it's like majority of the people out here are living paycheck to paycheck. You know, so another stimulus is like almost to the basis where it's needed. You know, and on top of that, they want to pump more money into the economy because no one is spending it. I mean, no one is, not the stimulus, but I'm talking about no one has money to spend to help the economy to go, so they gotta pump more into it, which is helping further put it more into a hole. Stimulate it, right? But it's putting it further into a hole, you know. But that's how they get people to spend. Now, when you talk about when you go into like the food supply chain and all that and things that was going on, they said it's mentioned that as they were pumping all this money, consumers kept the same spending habits. It didn't people wasn't saving, they was just spending. So they was buying as just much as possible, just buying shit, boom, because they had all the extra free money, right? People not going to back to work, unemployment checks. So now it's what? That's part of the reason how I got caught up to them of, oh shit, we gotta put stuff on back order. We don't have enough in the warehouse. Too many people bought this, too many people bought that. You know, and which we still do know a lot of this was set up, you know, to be this way for ultimate chaos to break loose, you know, but in a consumer matter, nobody looked at it as if, you know, as if I need to buckle down.
Yeah, so and you gotta ask yourself, who are all these people that were just going out and blowing the stimmies and still not working? There gotta be people that's already on like Section 8, food stamps and shit. Because there was no incentive to go get a job. They already getting government assistance. They already getting the stamps. So it's like shit, my rent is income based.
Bro. Hella eating.
Yeah.
Hell, you got 4 kids? 5 kids?
Oh.
Hella eating,
And
bro.
then they sell some on the side to get their little drug money and shit.
Hella eating, B.
Yeah.
Bro, people was getting $2,500 in food stamps, bro.
Plus.
And they was just talking about increasing.
That's crazy.
Again.
You know what you can get $2,500 in food stamps?
You get the whole stove. Shit.
Balling.
Not the whole stove, but
Yeah, balling.
You can eat organic and be good.
No, but you can see, but you can tell certain ones by certain. You be like, look at that cart, it's full of bullshit.
Yeah.
Crab legs on tag.
Oh yeah.
King crab.
Scallops.
King crab.
Oh,
Jumbo
shrimp.
Butterfly with the
But
coconut.
like,
We eating good tonight.
Big ass waist.
Bullshit, man.
Bro.
but you see, but all this is helping further kill the economy, which later on that you people that are now being in this merry spirit about are going to be what? In distress.
Right? What's that precept where it says, they shall think to be in a good case because the victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth?
Second address.
Yeah, you got
Old George
restaurants.
says it told yours. So
Restaurants, some restaurants still got their deals. Wendy's is faithful, but they deal. faithful. 4 for 4 all day.
Man.
Jay like, what? Shit, nigga, I'm still eating. I don't know about you. I just got me a double yesterday.
Deuteronomy chapter 20. Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 15.
Dude,
I'll start at verse 14. 24, verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. At his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it be sin unto thee.
see? And that's what's happening to all these rich men. Howling weep, for your misery shall come upon you. Why? Because they got the money to pay out. They got billions of dollars. They can pay you daily. And they don't act like we ain't got instant debit transfers.
Yeah.
Us brothers that know about the gig economy, you can cash out that day. So I know these niggas could say, go ahead, swipe your card, instant credit to your account. They can do that shit. But do they? Hell no, they don't.
Yeah.
Make your ass wait. Don't let it be a new job. You waiting 2 weeks, a week and a whole. Then that week,
Yeah, if you come on the wrong pay
you come on the wrong day, you through.
But, right, and hey, these like when you millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, right? Thousands of dollars is nickels and
That
dimes
shit
to
ain't
you.
shit to you. That
So
ain't
you mean to tell me you can't just give out these nickels and dimes to the people who this do?
Well,
work for it.
Well, part of the scheme is they use your money to make more money than they pay you back, but then put the interest on it when they tax you, though.
Especially banks.
They flip that shit.
Thanks. Yep.
Especially banks.
Flip it.
They use your money. That's what happened in the what is it during the Great Depression, where people would come to the bank. It's like, all right, I'm trying to take my money out.
We don't have it.
We don't have your money.
Yeah.
We
Because they
filed
gave it to
bankruptcy. It's over.
Right.
You know.
The numbers don't add. The numbers don't match what they actually have on hand. This is why certain people that go to the bank and they ask for a certain amount, they gotta go to a chain of command and say, oh, we gotta give this certain amount out to this individual, because when they do that, they're taking the lump sum of the portion of the money that's actually in the bank, and now they have to get more actual cash in case someone else come to get a 20 here and 30 here and 40 here. They gotta have it on hand. So that's why they gotta go into that chain of command. Oh, I want 100 grand right now. Huh? You can't get
You
that.
gotta set up an appointment.
I want 100 grand. Give me 100. You know what I mean? Now there was a Jake that did that. He goes into like real estate. He deals with stocks and all that. And I think of Bank of America, they had a hard. I think he asked for like 100 or something. He was like 100 or something. Gave him my money. They gave Jake a hell of a hard time. You know what Jake said?
Close my account. Leave me all my shit. Fuck what y'all talking about.
Chain of command went left to right real quick. He had that bread. He had that chicken. But if you're not on game with that, they would have told him you gotta wait a few days, because they want to go get that money instead of having to give out all that they had
At the bank.
That's why the brother said you had to make an appointment, because they want to order your bread.
Yeah, they probably get Loomis or one of those secure companies to bring the money up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, nigga, have my bread on deck. That's how it should be. But
And these are these same companies where they'll set regulations against them of billions of dollars worth of fees or millions of dollars, and they'll just pay that. Whatever, we ain't gonna clean up our ways, we'll just pay the fee.
Yeah.
Because our profit exceeds what we're gonna pay out in fees. We'll keep poisoning your ass and do whatever. So they got it. They got it to give to Jake, but the prophecy gotta come to pass.
Sirach chapter 34, verse 22. He that the book of Sirach, verse 21. The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder.
What's that scripture that say? Because thou hatest not blood, even blood shall pursue thee. He said, if you hold back, you a man of blood.
Yeah.
Shit, that's his livelihood. You killing Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Don't know when Jake can put the next meal in their house to continue to go about for the next day.
Well, what? Hope deferred make of sickness, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So Jake sitting there thinking about his money. It still be going, but it just be. It records the audio, but it'll just stop. You want to start it on yours?
I'm gonna start it on mine second. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, the hope deferred causes you to make you sick. So Jake's sitting there thinking about the money and all the things he need now. Jake be having to plan it out. I'm gonna get this weekly bus pass, and then you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna by this day I'll get paid. I'm gonna eat a pack of noodles a day. You know what I'm saying. Whatever the case might be, waiting on that money.
That's what them Jays is super disappointed.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and swap it over? We might have to stop mine first.
Penny pinching, man.
We're gonna have to switch to his phone because my shit about to die.
Elder Mike, stop up in there.
Oh, for real? Hey, Shalom, Elder. Y'all about to
Hey, Shalom. Y'all about to cock it up, rock a thumb.
Yeah, God. Let me know when you're ready and I'll stop mine. We're gonna swap it over, y'all.
What is it? What's the date? It's 10/22.
10:23. 10:23, 21.
Stop.
23rd. Oh,